Slayer is an American thrash metal band from Huntington Park, California. The band was founded by guitarists Jeff Hanneman and Kerry King. Slayer rose to fame as one of the leaders of the American thrash metal movement with their 1986 release, Rain in Blood, which has been called the heaviest album of all time. The band is credited as one of the big four thrash metal bands, along with Metallica, Anthrax, and Megadeth. Slayer was formed in 1981, when guitarist Kerry King met Jeff Hanneman while auditioning for a band. The two recruited bassist and vocalist Tom Morello, who had played with King before, and the band quits. Drummer Dave Lombardo was recruited when he met King delivering a pizza. The band played cover versions of Iron Maiden and Judas Priest songs at clubs and parties in Southern California. While performing Iron Maiden's Phantom of the Opera, the band was spotted by Brian Slagel, a former music journalist who had recently founded Metal Blade Records. Impressed with Slayer's performance, Slagel met with the band backstage and asked them to record an original song for his upcoming Metal Massacre 3 compilation. The band agreed, and the song created underground buzz, which led to Slagel offering the band a recording contract with Metal Blade. Early works were praised for their breakneck speed and instrumental prowess, combining the structure of hardcore tempos and speed metal. The band released fast, aggressive material. The album Rain in Blood is the band's fastest, performed at an average of 250 beats per minute. Even now, very few bands can approach this speed. AllMusic cited the album as abandoning the extravagancies and accessibility of their late 80s early 90s work and returning to perfect the raw approach. Hanneman and King's dual guitar solos have been called wildly chaotic and twisted genius. Drummer Lombardo uses two bass drums instead of the double kick which is used on a single bass drum. Lombardo's speed and aggression earned him the title of the Godfather of Double Bass by Drummerworld. Hanneman, King and Araya contribute to the band's lyrics, and Lombardo, King and Hanneman create the music, with assistance from Araya. Araya's first contribution to lyrical content was 1988's South of Heaven, forming a lyric writing partnership with Hanneman, which can overshadow the creative input of King. Hanneman states writing lyrics and music is a free-for-all, it's all just whoever comes up with what. Sometimes I'll be more on a roll and I'll have more stuff, same with Kerry. It's whoever's hot, really. Anybody can write anything, if it's good we use it, if not we don't. When writing new material, the band writes the music before incorporating lyrics. King or Hanneman will use a 24-track and drum machine to show band members the riff they have created and to get their opinion. King, Hanneman, or Lombardo will mention if any alterations can be made. The band will play the riff to get the basic song structure and figure out where the lyrics and solos will be placed. Steve Huey of AllMusic considers the musical style of Slayer to make the band stronger than what he considers the big three thrash metal bands Metallica, Megadeth and Anthrax, all of which rose to fame during the 1980s. Slayer's down-tuned rhythms and infectious guitar licks set the standard for dozens of emerging thrash bands, and their music was directly responsible for the rise of death metal. States MTV, ranking Slayer as the sixth greatest metal band of all time, are also ranking number 50 on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Hard Rock. Hanneman and King ranked number 10 in Guitar World's 100 Greatest Metal Guitarists of All Time in 2004, and were voted Best Guitar Team in Revolver's Readers' Poll. Lombardo was also voted Best Drummer, and the band entered the top 5 in the categories Best Band Ever, Best Live Band, Album of the Year, and Band of the Year. The band's 1986 release, Rain in Blood, has been an influence to extreme and thrash metal bands since its release. The album was hailed the heaviest album of all time, a genre definer, and a stone-cold classic upon its release. In 2006 it was named the best metal album of the last 20 years by Metal Hammer. Richard Christie, former member of Death, was blown away by Dave's performance on the album Rain in Blood, as was Cannibal Corpse drummer Paul Mazurskas. Drummer Lombardo has been an influence on many modern metal drummers, including Ray Herrera of Fear Factory, Pete Sandoval of Morbid Angel, former Cradle of Filth drummer Adrian Erlandson, and Crisian drummer Max Collison. Patrick Runn of Caliban's inspiration to play drums came from Lombardo, with Jason Bittner of Shadows Fall inspired by Lombardo's double bass, utilizing double bass when starting his own music career. South of Heaven disappointed some of the band's hardcore followers, as Slayer successfully broke out of the potential stylistic straitjacket of their reputation as the world's fastest, most extreme band. Drummer Lombardo took some time off, and was briefly replaced by Whiplash drummer Tony Scaglione, but soon returned to the fold. 1990s Seasons in the Abyss was well received in all respects, incorporating more of the classic Slayer intensity into a more commercial, but no less uncompromising, sound. War Ensemble and the title track became favorites on MTV's Headbangers Ball, and Slayer consolidated their position at the forefront of thrash, along with Metallica. Following the release of the double live album Decade of Aggression, Lombardo left the band for good due to personality conflicts with the other members.